Hello there, Aquarius, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. Today, we're going to be doing your August 2021 love reading. So, we're going to take a look at the overall energies in a connection that you either are in right now, or someone you're separated from, or a new love that you'd like to have come into your life. And then we're going to take a look at your energies in the connection and then the person that you're thinking of. So we'll take a look at both of those and see what the outcome is for this connection. And if you're enjoying the content that I create or resonating with the message, I'd really appreciate it if you would like, share, or subscribe. Okay, so we're going to jump right into what is your overall energy in this connection. Let's take a look and see what you have. Exchanging gifts. Okay, so there is some, exchanging gifts always means that you're wanting balance in your love life. And it could be that this relationship will have balance in it, or is working to have balance in it, or you're trying to manifest a new love relationship that'll have balance in it. Or it could be the obstacle. Okay, so we'll take a look at all of that and then round and round. Yeah, it's kind of like, you might be seeing a pattern of unbalanced relationships in your life where you may be giving more to the connection than you are getting. And so, it could be that you're just kind of like, every time the pattern comes around, it's like you're seeing it from a more higher perspective. And it's like, the first step is just recognizing that you have this pattern in your relationship and then starting to work on it. So it's not like you can learn perhaps this lesson overnight. It's like you have to go through it a few times before you start to recognize this pattern and then be able to learn from it. And it could be that this is your energy, or it could be the person that you're in a connection with. And then the fates. Yeah, it's kind of, I get the sense that for a lot of you, this is a soulmate connection, whether you're in this connection, separated from this person, or it's a new connection coming in. Because even if it's a new connection, you might recognize this pattern within this connection. But with the fates, it's like, yeah, this is something that's on your soul path because this is a soul lesson that you must learn. But I love this. In the end, you have happy, happy. So you're going to, I feel like you're going to, this time, you may recognize this pattern over and over again in your relationships, but you've been working on it and, trying to bring more awareness to yourself within the connection so that you don't continue this pattern. And I have a feeling that you are about to end this pattern. It's like you've learned this lesson. Yeah, and then you'll be able to take a nap. So funny, because they asked me to look at the next card, and I was like, okay. Yeah, so I really feel like you're going to, time for a nap is also, to me, it's kind of like, you've healed from this pattern. It's really nice. For some reason, I think some of you, this could be like an ancestral pattern that you are breaking. It could be part of your North Node if you look into that. Or it could be like a family pattern, of some type of unbalance within your connections. Okay, let's go to the tarot. We're going to get an idea of your energy within this connection and then the energy of the person you're dealing with. So you have right now, fresh start, new opportunity, release the past. This is your second chance. I love this because, I really do get a sense that there's somebody new coming into your life. That's going to help you to finally break this pattern. I really love the energy here. And I just absolutely love this card. With the fresh start, it's like spring, isn't it? It's like with the flowers in the basket and, she's barefoot. I don't know if you can see that. She's barefoot with like a summertime dress. It's just this sense of, Yeah, I've learned it. I'm finishing out that lesson that I needed to learn. I love this. Winter, you feel out in the cold. Your answers arrive in winter. So I feel like you have been working on yourself. And it could be that for some of you, this new love isn't going to actually come until the winter. Or you may have, we're going to look at this, you may have one more relationship before you can clear out this energy, and then you'll have a new fresh start in the winter. So interesting that, it's kind of like, I feel like, summer and winter. It's an energy of like opposites. Absolute opposites. And then the person you're dealing with has healing, self-care, time out, be gentle with yourself and your twin. So you could be working with a twin flame with this lesson. Really interesting. The fresh start could be just a fresh start with this person from the past. Okay, and let's see what else they have. Fifth dimension. Okay, well, Aquarius, I thought we were going to get new love in here. It could be, it seems like all the readings are always people coming back from the past right now. It does feel, especially since twin comes up in the healing and then the fifth dimension. It's like, I feel like you are trying to get a fresh start in this relationship, but it may not actually come into fruition until the winter. So we're going to take a look at that. And then the answer to your question is no, is on the bottom. So we'll take a look at that because I'm not sure. We have a happy here. I think there's a happy ending. And I don't mean an ending necessarily to the relationship, but like a fairy tale ending to this story. Okay, so we'll dig deeper. Let's dig a little deeper because it's like a little bit of a mishmash. With the exchanging gifts, I feel like this is all about balance, and right now there is not a lot of balance in the cards that are on the table. Okay, so we're going to take a look at how you feel about this connection. Okay, Three of Wands. To me, this is kind of like waiting for your ships to come in, waiting for this person. It's a sense of waiting for a new love to come in. It's just a sense of, you know what you want. You've kind of strategized, you've manifested in a way, you put it out to the universe, and now it's just kind of like waiting. And it could be that you don't find out until winter. And Hanged Man, another waiting card. You're just in this sense of having to wait. So, Aquarius, you can flip the energies if you want to, since it is a general reading. But the other thing is, I feel like you may have done some work. Like you have worked on your patterns. You have learned some soul lessons. You have elevated yourself. You could even be in this happy energy. And you're waiting for your twin to catch up. It's a sense of there is imbalance because you have perhaps ascended to the next level, but your twin has not, or soulmate. So they have the King of Pentacles. This could be them working on their finances, working on their career, just trying to get their life grounded, a sense of needing to work on being grounded. And Five of Wands. Yeah, a lot of conflict. So they have a lot of conflict in finding balance in their life. They could be a little bit too focused on money and finances and not focused enough on either this connection or working on something that they need to work on, like working on their shadow side. It's there is some conflict, and I feel like for some of them there's a lot of conflict within them, so they're almost like throwing themselves into their job, into their career, in order to not think about this connection. Yeah, Eight of Swords. They're in their head about it. They're feeling very doubtful. They're feeling kind of lost. Two of Wands, Seven of Wands, Three of Swords. Ooh, Yeah, there's a lot of you feel like you have positive energy. You may be even hopeful about this connection. But you're just kind of like in this pause, sometimes we call that the void, you're just kind of like waiting. What's the next thing that's going to happen? And they seem to be kind of a little bit stuck in their head, and a little needing to heal from whatever has happened in your connection. And then also, just kind of throwing themselves into their work, uh, trying to find some balance in their own life, before they can even try to reconnect with this connection. Okay, so now we're going to look at what is it you would like for to happen in this connection. Lovers, Death card, Justice, Empress, all major arcana. Okay, so you recognize that this person is your soulmate, your twin. This is also about self-love, like really loving yourself, choosing yourself, like not over giving. Once again, that could be the pattern that you've seen in a lot of your relationships, is that you just over give. And it's like you've been choosing yourself. You have been putting effort into making yourself your top priority. And by doing that, you're also helping this connection, because you're not, this connection could have been codependent, and you could have been, we don't necessarily want to be codependent, but, it could have been the pattern that you were seeing in your relationships, including this relationship. And by separating from this person, you have been able to learn how to choose yourself. Once again, I think this was on your path. Like you had to go through this in order to learn how to choose yourself, to put yourself first, because by putting yourself first, you're actually putting priority into this relationship too. Because you have the transformation card here. I feel like you really have. Like you're ready for a fresh start in love, because you have done so much work. You've really transformed. Like if you do reunite with this person, you're going to come into this relationship in a much different manner than you did before. You're going to have healthy boundaries. You're going to be more independent. You're not going to be needing their, approval or their love. Like it's going to be so much more balanced. And I think that that's what they're working on too, because you have the Justice card. Like you really do want balance in your life, in your relationships. But especially in this connection. And then with the Empress, this is who you are right now. Like you are the Empress. You're all the queens together, And the other thing about the Empress is that she knows that she is a catch, and you are a catch, Aquarius. And so she is willing to just sit back and wait. And remember, you have these two waiting cards. The Empress is willing to sit back and wait because she knows her value. And once again, that comes back to the Lover's card, like choosing yourself, realizing that your value, and realizing like, I don't need this other person. I may want them in my life, but I don't need them. And before, you may have felt like you did need them. So we have the Empress, the Six of Swords, the World, the Sun. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so like you are really sitting in this lovely, lovely energy, looking good, taking care of yourself, taking care of your home, your pets, your plants. Like you're the epitome of all the queens put together, and you're willing to move on from this this connection, from anything that doesn't serve your higher good. You've seen the patterns. You're like, I'm breaking these patterns. I'm not doing that again. Stepping into a new world, stepping into a new chapter, putting an end to anything that doesn't serve your higher good. Because look at this, you have the Sun. It's total joy, abundance, whatever it is that you want to manifest into your life, Aquarius, it's on the way. Lovely, lovely. Oh, Aquarius. I mean, you're just really doing really well right now. Okay, so let's see what it is that they want out of this connection. Oh, dear. Okay, they want to come in and apologize. They do. We have the Page of Cups, Three of Swords, Seven of Swords, King of Cups. Yeah, like I think they have a lot of love, but the King of Cups doesn't necessarily know how to express it because he's so in control of his emotions. It doesn't mean that he doesn't have emotions for you and a lot of love. And I'm saying he because it's the king, but gender doesn't matter. But they realize that they have caused a lot of pain and snuck away in the middle of the night. And they want to come in and apologize. They want to bring balance. They want to make amends with this exchanging gifts and this justice. Like that's what you want. You want them to come and make amends, whether you reconnect or not. It's like you want that from them. And they're willing to put time and effort into this. They're all up in their heads and feeling very downcast and abandoned, very sad about this connection. They want to put the time and effort into it, but they just don't know if it's going to work. I really feel like they look at you and they think that you are so much higher than they are, that they're not sure that you will take them back or, that it could ever work, because it's kind of like I almost get a sense that you see them for who they were. And if they don't change, there's just no way you're going to take them back. Really interesting. Okay, so now we're going to look at advice from Spirit for you. What does Spirit have for you? Three of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, Page of Swords, Queen of Wands. Lovely. Yeah, this was really devastating. Really broke your heart. Very disappointing, whatever happened in this connection. And with the Knight of Pentacles, this has taken a long time, but sometimes a time is exactly what we need in order to go in and figure ourselves out and figure out, what patterns, why do I keep having these situations popping up in my life? What do I need to work on? What wounds do I need to heal in order to be able to have healthy relationships? And, with the Page of Swords, this can be, a message from this person. But to me, in this sense, I feel like it's you learning the information you need from all of this kind of internal work that you've done, looking at these patterns and, realizing what's really going to make you happy. I feel like the relationships in the past, they were so unbalanced, and you may have said, oh, that person makes me happy or something, but down deep, you weren't really happy. And now you're trying to, now I actually think that you realize what it is that's going to truly make you happy in a relationship. And once again, I feel like you've learned not to overgive in a situation. To sit back and allow, I just got that, to sit back as the Empress and allow this person to give to you. It isn't just about giving to the other person, it's allowing the other person to give back to you. And that is what the Empress, was so good about. She's extremely generous to the people in her life, and very, loving, nurturing to everyone around her as well as herself. But at the same time, the Empress is willing to allow others to show their love to her. Really, that's a really clear message that I'm getting. So see if that resonates with you. Okay, so for the person, we're not going to look at advice, but what we are going to do is look at what could be their next move. King of Wands, Eight of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, Temperance. They're taking their time. They're trying to figure out how they can come in. But look at this. We have the King of Wands. They're getting really clear about what it is that they want. And it's you, Aquarius. And they want to come back in. And it's almost like they're not going to take no for an answer. It's Like they have to go through this in order to figure out how to get Aquarius back in their life. And look at this. We have the Eight of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups. They want to work on this. They want to come back in and offer their love. And, you know, this isn't just like an Ace of Cups or a Page of Cups. This is the Knight of Cups. Like, this is not their first rodeo with you. Is I guess what I'm trying to say, right? Like they're going to come in with a lot of passion and a lot of love. And I do think it's interesting. They have the King of Cups underneath, and here they come in with the Knight of Cups. It's like they're not showing everything. They're still holding back a little bit, but it's really because of their fear. It's something that you may, you know, need to have conversation about, like how deep is your love? Okay, so now we're going to take a look at the overall outcome in this connection. Six of Wands on the bottom. So there's victory in this, whatever that may mean for you. But we have the Page of Fire. So we have the Page coming in as well as the Seven of Pentacles and the Seven of Cups. It is about putting the time and effort into the different options that is within this connection. Making the choices, putting the time and effort into making the choices that help to bring balance into this relationship. And it's not that it can't work. And you know what? It's really interesting because they have the Seven of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles on their side. I think that they're willing to do that. And in the past, perhaps Aquarius, they were not willing to do that. And that could have been part of the reason why this connection, you know, had to separate for a bit. All right, we're going to look at the romance angel card, see what we have. Honeymoon. It is safe for you to love and express your love, getting to know each other. I really do feel like it is about, I feel like you have changed a lot. You have gone deep and you are not the same person you were when you were in a connection with this person. And I think that they are working on themselves too, because we have, it is safe for you to love. Like it is, I think it is about taking a fresh look at this person and realizing that they could also heal some of their perhaps childhood wounds, inner child wounds, like, you know, that they could do that same type of healing that you've done. So to bring this connection to a higher level. And it is about expressing your love to this person and asking them to express their love to you. And that is part of your exchanging gifts. Like you may have been someone that was very freeing of telling the other person just how much you love them. And this, you know, we have the King of Cups on this side, someone that doesn't necessarily express that. Not that they don't have emotions and love for you, but they're not really good about expressing it. And I wonder if part of your pattern is that you tell the other person how much you love them, but they don't necessarily respond. And it's about letting the other person know just how much you want to hear that. It's kind of like, you know, that could be one of your patterns, is that you don't necessarily express, because it has the word express exactly what it is that you want from this person, as far as, you know, expressing love or passion, or, you know, what makes you all happy, right? Like, I really like it when you bring me flowers or you bring me candy. You know, I really like it when we go on a picnic, because look at, like, there's a picnic. Like, you may, even though you're us, you know, the sword's energy, it's kind of like you may not have expressed that in the past. And it could be part of, you know, where this connection needs to go, is just better communication about your needs and wants within a relationship. Okay, so we're going to take a look at your creativity oracle card. Okay, these two drops, so we'll take both of them. So we have this, and it says counsel. Seek out the counsel of those whose lives and creative work you most admire. And I really feel like for some of you, it could be that when you want to reconnect with this person, you may want to seek out some counseling or some, couples therapy or something like that. Because I do feel like there's something about communication. It's about communicating wants and needs to the other person and maybe working on strategies that help both of you to communicate, to give that information and also receive it. And procrastination, stop focusing on your problems and excuses. Take a small step to do something constructive. Really, I mean, that's good advice for anything, right? And so within this relationship, it might just mean that, you may, we have the fresh start in the winter. And for some reason, they're bringing me back to this. What is a step that you can take now that will help you to be in this connection by the winter? It's about focusing on what you can do as the Empress, right? What you can do as the Empress to be in your Empress quality while this other person works on some of this healing that they need to do. And, once again, Aquarius, you don't have to sit around and wait. You have free will. You can, you can go in a different direction if you'd like to. You are the Empress after all. Okay, so, and then we're going to do your Lover's Oracle. And once again, Aquarius, if you've enjoyed this reading, I'd really appreciate it if you would consider sharing, or subscribing. So here is your artwork. Give thanks for the blessings of love soon to come your way. Know that you deserve to be and have all that your heart truly desires. And, my guides are coming back to that. You deserve to be and have all that your heart truly desires. But part of that is realizing that the person that you're in a relationship with, and whether it's a romantic relationship or a friend or a family or a work colleague, that people can't read your mind. You do have to express what it is that your heart truly desires. What is it? It puts you in a vulnerable spot, right? But part of it is learning how to express what it is that you truly want and desire from this other person, from the connection, from the relationship. And it's not that the other person has to necessarily deliver it, right? I mean, they have their own free will. But it is about expressing it, and perhaps part of the pattern that you're trying to break here is realizing that people really can't read our minds, right? We sometimes think that other people should just know what it is, that we want. But it is about learning how to lovingly express that. And at the same time, allowing the other person to express what it is that they want or desire, from their perspective of the relationship, of you, of, your future together, what they're seeing. It's just about having that open communication. Really nice message here, Aquarius. Well, I'm going to leave it there. I wish you lots of love and light in this situation and all your situations. And I hope to see you again really soon. Bye for now.